Tried for the pocket pass. Abdia comes up with the steal, leading to Kispert. He was blocked by Mobley.
Evan Mobley has been the best defender in the NBA this year, and there's not much you can do to convince me otherwise. There just isn't a player who is capable of containing plays the way Mobley has this season. That's why when the NBA released their latest Defensive Player of the Year ladder about a month ago, I was shocked to see Mobley wasn't even in the top 3, but just a brief honorable mention. So today, I decided to break down 4 reasons why I think Evan Mobley has been the best defender in the NBA, starting with the attribute that makes him so unique, containing the perimeter. Players like Brook Lopez, Nick Claxton, Robert Williams, and Jaren Jackson Jr. might be just as good or better than Mobley at protecting the rim, but they don't hold a candle to Mobley when it comes to containing the perimeter. He is absolutely elite at defending pick and rolls and winning when he has added disadvantage. Watch Mobley effortlessly blow up this 2-on-1 from the Pelicans. Or this strong contest on Damian Lee, where Mobley blocks the passing lane and walls Lee off from getting a good look at the basket. Containing these types of plays is something Mobley does on a nightly basis.
You got to really take care of the ball, really execute, you got to defend in groups. Mobley force him to take the outside shot. Here's Jones trying to corkscrew his defended by the Cavs until the offensive rebound by Cornette. Cornette gets it back from Brogdon, puts it up.
He backs it out. Now the scoop.
Jock. Murray has a coral draped on him again, using a Congu screen, nearly double dribble. Murray to the basket.
Kessler gives it back to Conley. Those two.
Randall up top to Barrett. Just another. Barrett goes inside.
See here, Mike, this is a problem. The Knicks start bouncing the ball too much now. Once they have a lead, too much bouncing.
Randall gets inside. Good call by the coach. Yep. Meanwhile, here's Butler. We approach the 3-minute mark. Butler pulls off.
And he's a force of nature all on his own, blowing up multiple attempts in the same possession.
Puts it up top to Hield. Hield into the paint. Puts it up. Rejected by Mobley. Franz Wagner to the basket. Missed the shot. Mo with the follow. Boy, he cleared out Garland and hit him in the face. The second time Garland's been hit in the face in this game. Banchero to the basket. That's blocked by Mobley.
But Mobley isn't just a guy who can defend pick and rolls and drop coverage. He can fully switch onto the perimeter and hold his own against any opponent. Mobley is the best 7-foot perimeter defender by a mile, and his versatility is what makes Cleveland the #1 ranked defense in the NBA. Mobley has no problem being out on an island against a perimeter player. Watch him anticipate movement and slide his feet with Bridges on this contested mid-range. Mobley is the second best isolation defender in the NBA this year, with only OG Anunoby holding opponents to a lower field goal percentage. Pay close attention to how Mobley chops his feet and mirrors his hips to his opponents on these plays.
Good defense by Mobley.
Siakam works in toward Mobley. Steps back, settles for an 8.
And on the same trip, the Nuggets flattened them 121 to 108. Grant changes direction right to left.
Jackson picked up by the youngster, dancing on the dribble, tries to elude him. Quick shot off the...
He has super quick hands, and his timing on steals is perfect. Watch him swipe the ball from Sabonis and Randall on these 2 drives.
So we're going to make most of those. Sabonis got straight on with the 3-ball. Randall, the drive, goes inside, lost it.
But there's one more thing Mobley does when it comes to containing plays that truly sets him apart from other drop bigs like Brook Lopez or Jaren Jackson. And that's completely erasing the floater.
It's to play. Jimmy to the paint over Mobley. Air ball. Great D by Evan Mobley.
Mobley is able to take away drives to the basket and contest or even block these driving floater attempts that normally would be impossible for defenders to get a hand on. There aren't any defenders in the league who are capable of contesting these shots as regularly as Mobley without fouling. His technique and freakish athletic ability makes him an actual unicorn in this department.
Tyus finds Clark. Pogo sticks but misses. Bain. Clark blocked by Mobley.
Julian Hayes thought about it.
Teed that one up and gave it the half push shot, half semi-jumper.
Rose has that rejected by Mobley. Here.
Point game for Mitchell.
Yeah, Jazz need to find the offense.
Containing the perimeter is one thing, and while Mobley is more versatile than players like Lopez or Jackson, those bigs are elite in their own right. But when it comes to actually closing out and contesting three-point shooters, Mobley is again in a league of his own.
Nice play. Oh, he had it. Murray shot his block. He got a run out here. He had the shot, the initial shot.
He leads the entire NBA in three-pointers contested, which is a tall task considering he is also in the 99th percentile for rim points saved according to B-Ball Index. That's because Mobley has the remarkable ability to protect the paint and then recover out to the three-point line to contest without fouling. Watch him step into the paint to take away Brown's cut and then spring out to deliver a quality contest on the Muscala 3. Just pay attention to where Mobley is on the floor when beginning these closeouts.
Tyler for three. In gear now. They're starting to get a feel for where they should be when he has the ball.
Wade has 6 points, 4 rebounds in 10 minutes. Turner.
In the right guy's hands. Hero for three. No. Down goes Okoro. It's 4 on 3. Now Porter for 3.
Hart looking in deep. Drives off the screen of Nurkic. Jump pass. Grant a 3 for the lead. In and out.
These might feel like somewhat open attempts, but trust me, it is not easy to shoot with a 7-footer leaping out at you. Mobley does an all-around great job of contesting shots without fouling. Watch him rapidly switch his stance to avoid a rip-through from Bam.
Quickly and don't take too many risks with some of these tight confines.
And Mobley's ability to deter shots without getting into foul trouble is what makes him such a fantastic rim protector. Mobley was one of the best non-fouling shot blockers in NCAA history, and he's brought that same impact to the professional level. He's had a bit of a rough whistle at times this season, but has one of the best foul to shots contested ratios of all the Defensive Player of the Year candidates. Mobley does an incredible job of using both hands to form a wall above the rim, and he's able to take a ton of contact without folding on these contests.
This is going to be a great game. This Denver team, the best offensive team in. Going to that paint, John. Look at that.
Jarrett against Mobley. Bully ball.
Mobley recorded a career-high 8 blocks without committing a single foul earlier in the season against Detroit. This is something that has only been done 14 times in NBA history, and only 7 other players have ever blocked more without a foul.
Sadiq blocked by Mobley.
We're also into the ball game for the Pistons. Big Rod.
Blocking shots is something that comes natural to Mobley. Attempts to wrap around him or avoid his outstretched arms rarely work out for opponents.
6 on the shot clock for Tyler here. Mobley tracking. Mobley swatting.
Fives, kicks it out in the corner. Grimes off the bounce. Inside layup blocked by Mobley.
Mobley is just too quick off of his feet and is a hawk tracking the ball out of opponents' hands.
And he's off the mark. Outlet to Gordon. Gordon's got some running room. Gordon Euros into the lane, and Mobley was there. One of the better shot blockers in the league.
Most players have already learned not to test Mobley in the paint, and it's a huge reason why his blocks per game are lower than you might think. But again, plenty of big men are elite at protecting the rim. So what sets Mobley apart? It's his ability to not only get the stop, but to secure the possession. Mobley doesn't just block shots, he grabs them out of the air.
Missed it. Good rebound by Rozier. Rozier inside. Oh, Mobley, he ate it alive.
A drive by Finney-Smith. A cut by Powell. A block by Mobley.
Getting the block is an afterthought to him. Securing the stop and starting a break is his primary goal. That's as high level as it gets for a defensive stopper.
Nice hustle save, but
See the night for Mobley. 25 points, 13 rebounds, couple of blocks as Brown to the basket. That's blocked by Mobley right on cue. Now it's Brown. 60-50 Celtics. Brown with a crossover move down the lane. Blocked by Mobley.
He has been really good in limited minutes, and Mobley takes it away. That's
very good. After the Allen dunk at the other end.
And if Mobley isn't able to grab the shot for himself, he's fantastic at tapping it to a teammate. Most shot blockers would have sent this one crashing into the glass, but Mobley actually taps the ball downward, straight to Okoro to start the transition attack. and he does the same thing here against the Bucks, directing the block to Garland. This is the most obvious example of Mobley's instincts on the defensive end, but his feel for the game is arguably what makes him the best defender in the NBA. He's only 21 years old, but he already has a case to be one of the smartest defenders. He effortlessly makes the correct rotations and senses when his talents are needed on any area of the floor. Like on this play, where Mobley closes out to the shot and then continues to work his way around the baseline until finally being right where the Cavs need him to erase a shot. Watch him set up to defend this pick and roll, and then turn his head and immediately sense a collapse coming from LeVert. He expertly moves himself into position to send this shot flying because he saw it coming from a mile away. And Mobley does the same thing here, focused on defending the two-time MVP Nikola Jokic before swiftly turning his head and cleaning up a drive from Murray.
We win 3/4 of those basketball games. I think we finished third, which would be outstanding.
Conchar off to Murray. Murray has that whacked away by...
Or this play, where he completely shuts off a look at the rim and manages to get a steal with his back hand. But maybe my favorite highlight of Mobley's instinct is on this play, where Ja Morant attempts to use his hang time to beat Allen and Garland for a last-second layup, but Mobley times his jump perfectly to swat Morant as he is already on his way down.
4 of 11.
When you put everything together, from being a Swiss Army knife on the perimeter to one of the best rim protectors in the NBA and an incredible help defender who constantly senses when he's needed, it's hard to find a better candidate for Defensive Player of the Year than Evan Mobley.
Finds the Jazz back, stepping back, and hits that floater.
31 points in his return to Vivint Arena. Markkanen inside, blocked. Mobley